Alright, we'll go back to another league race. This time we're back with FTRL for round number 7, I think, of Division 1 at Canada. Dry qualifying, dry race, and it is also full qualifying, because we didn't get to do it at San Marino last time, so... so basically, the idea, I think there was 18 or 17 drivers. The idea is just to get through Q1 with as minimal use of tyres as possible. So just use one set, really. So I went out, shit around, I don't know what moment is this, the 5, 6 minute, 8 minute mark or so. Did one lap, I think, and then I went for another lap because I knew there was improvement to be had, and you just need to do something, get something on the board here. So yeah, got myself into 4th place here and through into Q2. Easily enough in the end. Like, you can use, I didn't want to use a set of mediums because I didn't want to spend my only set of mediums like that, especially on a track where you might conceivably end up using them, both of them. So good to have them fresh. Q2, I set my banker on my scrub set from Q1 because I wanted to save a set, because I genuinely think I could get through to Q3. Like, I do believe in my pace in qualifying here. Race is a different story, but anyways, so I was looking at the delta then between my scrub set and a new set of mediums, because lots of people are trying to get through to Q3 on mediums, and the difference was only 0.02 of a second. And I'd sent the car out with 4 lap fuel because I did that extra run in Q1. So anyways, here we are at the end of Q2. This is not a flying lap, but there's some shenanigans going on in front. There's like 3 or 4 cars, and basically Fox just did not realize that he had absolutely no need to back off, and that essentially backed everyone else. I missed the line. I backed off because I felt like I didn't realize, like, I backed off because I felt like I was just going to run into Dutch and Tico on their laps, or starting their laps, and I didn't want to be on, like, literally in their rear, in their flipping DRS. So I could have made it, I think, if I, if I kept my foot down.
But Funky Fox backed everyone up for no reason at all.
Ultimately, I'm glad I was knocked out in Q2, given the circumstances. I would have liked, I think I really believe that my chances to get through to Q3 on mediums, but anyway, it's not to happen. I'd rather be knocked out in Q2, though, and on those softs, than get through to Q3 on those softs, because, again, they had 3 or so laps on them. They were my Q1 set, so... Yeah, like, Fox apologised afterwards. It was just messy. It was needless and messy, and he knows it, so, you know, you live and you learn. Anywho, we're going to start on mediums regardless, and then see how we get on from there. So, yeah, I was debating whether to do medium, soft, soft. We'll find out. Anywho's, here we go then. 5 red lights, and away we go. Lots of people on mediums around me. That's fine. Not a bad start. Average enough. Got a nice line on the outside here. Emerges. I think it was Yarma went off, or Andy, one of the two, and we nipped through them. Mac gets a better run on traction, a little bit of a snap there, a bit of a bite, but then we get through unscathed, and yeah, not too bad. We're into P10 with Matt just in front, still in the head then as well, so yeah, not too bad of a start. Happy enough with how this materialized anyways. Looking for a big improvement in the race here after the TT Mel race did not... Well, TT Mel race was fine. Here comes Fox, actually. He's going to go for the move here. Yeah, this part of the track obviously bit me in TT Mel, so I'm hoping not to do that. Anyways, moving on into lap number 2. There's a crash in front there. It was Yogi. Sorry, it wasn't Yogi. It was I think it was Fox. So... VSC is deployed for that. There's a few VSCs deployed early on here. Of course, on soft compound tyres, you know, you might consider boxing or something, but I'm going to carry on. This is another VSC that came out on lap 6. It was out for the entire lap, but I just... The corner caught me, and with the delta, and I got a drive-through penalty for my infringement. So, a bit annoying that, because I was running quite well. And yeah, now I've got to give it all back with a drive-through. So annoying. It just it just got me. Do you know what I mean? Like it just got me on the turn in and the slow speed on the braking zone and then coming back out. So yeah, pretty annoying to be caught by that. But anyways, we're basically no better off than anyone who pitted under the few VSCs essentially. So Look, we'll try and march on, but obviously I've lost about what, like 15 seconds or so. Safety cars deployed here on lap 19. Yeah, nothing really. Yeah, this race was boring as shit. Now I haven't boxed yet. I was going to go. I was actually quite happy on these mediums. I was going to do a one stop onto softs. I can no longer do that, at least right now, because I don't think they'll, like, you know, even 2 laps later, you know, like say lap 21, 14 laps on. I spent more that time than I did in Oh yeah, I sped into the pit lane at 54 miles an hour and didn't get penalised. Go back and look at that in the no conversion if you want, or go back and watch that. Literally, I sped into the pit lane there, like 54 miles an hour. I don't know how I was punished, but anywho, what I was going to say was I have to put on sauce, but I know they're not going to last to the end of the race, so I have to. I didn't want to do this because I wasn't sure that safety car would come out or anything, so I decided to immediately box again for a set of the medium compound tyres, a fresh set, the set I didn't use in qualifying. So that's, you know, unfortunately I lost a few positions by doing this, but my hands are tied with the strategy with the safety car. You know, it was a bad time for the safety car to come out for mediums if you hadn't boxed. So, and if you had boxed, you lost all that time, you know, all track position. So yeah, softs I wasn't confident on making the end from, you know, lap 22 onwards. So, you know, it just wasn't feasible. You know, I just didn't think it was going to be worth it. So play it safe with the lap 23 rather when we get going again. So I just didn't think they'd last, you know, what, 13 laps essentially. You know, I just didn't think that was going to be realistic on soft. So anywho, we're going to carry on. Actually, now that I think about it, well, I guess you extend a lap or two longer with mediums, but look, mediums were safe, and that's just what I was looking for. I just wanted to play it safe. Lap 25, Tom is behind us here. Actually, no, sorry, Matt's behind us here. I'm a little bit out of range on Yogi, and Matt's going to go for the move here. Matt's on softs. Matt decided to go for it, so I have 2 warnings at this stage as well, by the way. That is affecting me as well, coming out of that chicane. The chicane is where I struggled with, in particular with warnings. Well, it's where my 2 warnings came from. So, yeah. Anyways, we got through that anyway. Why did I leave so much of this in? I don't know. Lap 27. Yeah, so just settling in. There's a few penalties in front here. Yogi bins it, and he's out of the race. And that's going to bring out another safety car. And now we can pit for the softs. So now it's safe to do that. So yeah, happy to do that. And then, you know, a couple others will come in behind for fresh softs. Of course, again, if you were knocked out in qualifying 1 or 2, like Tom was knocked out in Q1. So, you know, I think he was knocked out in Q1. So he's got a lot more softs to play with than he would normally have if it was short qualifying. And my teammate Dylan was just in, so I've sadly been held a little bit. And enough for Tom to jump me. So that's tough. You know, Dylan has like 9 or 12 seconds worth of pens. And is going to fall to the back regardless once it all said and done with the safety car here and how close we are to the end of the race. So it's pretty tough to lose a position to Tom, who I know is not going to pick up a penalty at this stage. Lap 35, like, nothing happened. Honestly, nothing happened. We're going to pick up the pieces, though. We're going to finish P6.
Still a podium.
Matt finished P3, and Tom finished P4, I think. So, do you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah, he was only up the road there, and you know, there's the sway in between. Who finished the race first on track? So, I think he finished first on track. So, you know, a podium or 4th place was right there, and such narrow margins. You know, at the end of the day, it was tough, but obviously I lost a little bit of time with the drive-through, and I lost time then with the unfortunate safety car time on the medium. So, yeah, look, P6, happily take it. That's a good result despite a drive-through and all that. So, yeah, happy enough to take that and move on. So that's going to do it for round number 7 of Canada. Next up is, what did we do this week? It was France. Oh, yeah. France. That should be fun. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and until next time.